name is LV, and I'm speaking my mind. You know, there's something special about people who refuse to bow down to power. People who don't have billion-dollar backers or corporate PR handlers. Just a mic, a camera, a laptop, and the courage to tell it like it is. I'm talking about our independent journalists, the ones who built their own platforms from scratch and build trust the old-fashioned way, by being honest. When America started drowning in spin, lies, and the cult of alternative facts, these folks threw us a lifeline. And baby, they came with receipts. Let's start with the powerhouse that's been shaking the rights to its core. Midas Touch. They say democracy won't defend itself. So they grab cameras, facts, and a little righteous anger and show the world how to fight misinformation with evidence. They don't wait for the mainstream to catch up. They lead the story, and they do it with the precision of a newsroom and the heart of a movement. Then there's Brian Tyler Cohen, a man who turned YouTube and X into his own nightly news network. No fluff, no fear, just facts, interviews, and accountability. He calls out hypocrisy like it owes him rent money. And best of all, he doesn't play both sides games, because sometimes one side is just wrong. And now let's talk about the ladies who said enough is enough. The queens of candor, Jennifer Welch and Angie Pump Sullivan from I've Had It. Two women who turned frustration into a phenomenon. Their show isn't just laughs, it's liberation. They take the nonsense we see every day, the hypocrisy, the performative politics, the cultural double standards, and shred it with humor and truth. When they say we've had it, they speak for every woman, every voter, every sane person who's tired of being gaslit by power-hungry politicians and media cowards. Their honesty? It's medicine in a sick political climate. See, these aren't just content creators. They are truth preservers. They remind us that journalism doesn't need a skyscraper newsroom or a cable logo to matter. It needs integrity, curiosity, and backbone. Independent journalists are keeping democracy alive, one post, one clip, one podcast at a time. They ask the questions corporate anchors are too scared to ask. They do the research cable pundits don't have time for. They show up not because they're paid to, but because the truth still matters to them. And when the establishment calls them biased, you better believe they're biased. Biased toward facts, biased toward democracy, biased toward the people. So this is my shout out to every independent journalist out there, to the crew at Midas Touch, to Brian Tyler Cohen, to the I've Had It ladies, and to every single reporter, editor, and content creator who still gives a damn about truth. Thank you. You've done more for America's moral compass than 1,000 politicians with microphones and no souls. You've shown that courage doesn't need a press pass, it just needs a purpose. And as long as voices like yours are still speaking, we'll know the truth didn't die. It just moved online, where the people still listen. Because the revolution won't be televised, but it sure as hell will be streamed. I'm LV, and I have spoken my mind.